We're in a room, a big room, a very big room, a roomy room, a room for all, an enormous room. Without a view, there is no view. The room is the view, a panoramic interior. There's a stairway to one side, a big stairway, a very big stairway, a stairway to the stars. The upper rooms where heaven awaits between beautiful plush dapple pumpkin coverlets. A body might sleep there in peace forever. And the wall of the stairway is lined with paintings, big beautiful paintings, oil paintings, portraits, generations and generations of judges and their families, a history of the civilized world. From one judgment to the next, oily decisiveness, ascending chronologically. And the walls of the room are lined with cabinets, great cabinets of oak and teak and cedarwood, on top of which are great piles of documents, legal documents, documents that rule the world. And there's a step ladder on wheels. There's a step ladder on wheels to reach the documents. There's a step ladder on wheels and a sewing machine on a table over in one corner. There's a sewing machine and an umbrella all tangled up in the sewing machine. We're going west, young man. We're going west from the east. We're going west under a world of whistles and wires and steam, the elemental gist of unwalled winds, under loops and spans and disbeliefs suspended to a vast and visible precision, electric and steel, sparks flying, dazzling, blinding. It doesn't seem like home to me anymore. Everything completely changed. I can't seem to settle. A powerful will can wipe out even the memory of a truth that existed but a few moments before. We're either real in our doubt or dead in our certainty. Have you walked in the banana orchard lately? I smell smoke. Do you smell smoke? Fire. Fire. Is there a fire eater in the house? The world is going bald. Bring me a mirror, and I may revise my statement. Nothing seemed real. Everything confused, like these great tidal waves keep crashing around your head, your pulse racing, then just as suddenly everything stops, as if you were dead. But you know you have to keep working, what with the flaring lights and the deep shadows and all that deafening noise of hammers and drills and chains being dragged around and all these half-naked bodies flitting all over the place, like we're in the lower level of Dante's Inferno. But our heroic work must continue. We're going west, young man. From the east, we're going west. Under a world that no longer measures itself in feet and inches and backyards and burial plots, mingling amphetamines and fiberglass and opiates not yet disclosed to the general populace, unraveling, umbilicaled anew, flowing, looping, a network that never expires, spanning the globe, bridging consciousness as a cockroach spans a crevice on the floor. The sounds of laughter, voices raised, a clinking of glasses and a conservatory, fashionable merriment, jewels and jolly trinkets, flushed cheeks and fanciful flirtations, risque jokes and garrulous gossip. It will be the death of us. It will be the death of us. Chortles, a pearl necklace bouffant in blue chiffon, with a flesh-toned band-aid on her left knee, barely visible to the naked eye. So many innocent explanations for all our secrets. Ravel's ghost mixing with the bubbly. A world teeming with classical and fashionable possibilities. A toast proposed, and everybody raises their romantic stakes. As an old man lies dying quietly in another room, in no apparent discomfort, in no apparent pain. And in a kitchen, an old woman hunched over the sink, wondering why there are no more dirty dishes to wash up. She's losing her mind. She knows she's losing her mind, but there is no apparent discomfort, no mystery to the solutions of aging. This is not a movie. This is not a museum piece. There is no intent to deceive. Behind the facade of simulated rapture, behind the facade of simulated rapture, I can't find it in my heart. I can't find it in my heart, but I know it's in my heart. As the 20th century roars by, leaving hunger, poverty, and clinical depression on the tracks, splitting atoms, orchestrating replacement parts never filtered through human hands, therapy and thorazine, stealing stem cells from embryos never petitioned for the worth. The things that are missing are the things that matter most. The voice of a pebble, the photograph of a cloud, the photograph of a man and woman preparing to be photographed. We shall have watercress for dinner. It keeps one healthy and hearty and able to fart freely. We bought ourselves a car. We bought ourselves a car, a used Toyota. We bought ourselves a used Toyota, and we set off to see the world. America, the new world, where such things are possible, even for the likes of us. I mean, we're not rich, but we're not poor either. In America, nobody needs to be poor. America has eliminated poverty. America has eliminated the poor. An open road to the future, mapped out to a fine toothbrush or tooth comb. Hey, you brush my teeth, I'll comb yours. I think we took a wrong turn. Who's driving this used Toyota? You, me, or some Japanese Elvis in a velvet kimono? We drove clear across the desert. Didn't stop once except for gas. This darling little pump on the side of the road. At first we thought it was a cactus without the needles, all polished up and ready to go to the ball. Manned by this crusty old ex-prospector with old gold dust in his eyes, oil stains on his dungarees. Lived in this exquisitely dilapidated shack, the only sign of life we saw for miles. Nobody, nothing, rocks and sand and sky. And cactuses, cacti, amazing, an ancient world right here in the new one. Just like a painting, it was like we were driving through a huge art gallery. Then we hit something. We hit something, but we didn't stop. Once you're going, you have to keep going. Can't stop now, we just got going. It's like you can live through whole lifetimes in a few seconds. We are either real in our doubt or dead in our certainty. Have you walked in the banana orchard lately? I smell smoke. Do you smell smoke? Fire! Fire. Is there a fire eater in the house? The world is going bald. Bring me a mirror, and I may revise my statement. We're going east, young man. We're going east from the west. We're going north from the south, south from the north, and all directions forward. A landscape of distinctive evaporation across incantations of exhaustion, through the quasi-spiritual gates of science and biogenetics, jet streams, laser beams, heat shields, rocket fuel, robotics, germ therapy, thalidomided constructs and retardations of social insistence. Abridging consciousness like a cockroach fell through the crevice in our natural groundings, shattering sleep, sobriety, and lustless desires. Valium and Prozac and pharmaceuticals not yet disclosed to the general populace. Synthesized loops and spans and ever more wires strung up, suspending disbeliefs to a vast and invisible precision. Insomniacs screaming voicelessly, mingling transparent moans and virtual hugs, eyes entombed in their never-closing, never-opening lids, googling crack cocaine and pop-ups and spam. Indecipherable labels for every unliving thing that did not grow up out of the earth. The things that are missing are the things that matter most. The bureaucrats, the scientists, and the technocrats rule the world and tell us what progress is. Breathless, restless, deathless. We're going forward, young man. We're going forward into a world that measures itself in trespasses that will be prosecuted. Raindrops dripping from rafters of buildings that no longer exist. A powerful will can wipe out even the memory of a truth that existed not moments before. Once you're going, you have to keep going. Under a world of beeps and tweets and twitches and fanciful ringtones beckoning us to respond. No response, we must be dead to this world. Is anybody there? Said the traveler. Umbilicated in you, unraveling time and space, not even a cockroach could crawl through. So the 21st century roars on. Stress, anxiety, suicidal inclinations, all crisscrossing in the same nuclear, molecular, spectacular, funicular reactions. Satellites and drones that can pinpoint the hairs of a dog within a millimeter of its life. Progress spinning its thread from our own bowels. Toxic cures for pre-poisoned diseases. I cry out for a little feasting, but it's no longer allowed. If we don't respond, it doesn't seem like home to me anymore. Everything completely changed. I can't seem to settle. An ancient humanity being saved on a screen. We're either real in our doubt or dead in our certainty. Behind the facade of simulated rapture, behind the facade of simulated rapture, I can't find it in my heart. I can't find it in my heart, but I know it's in my heart. We cannot go down the same river twice. We cannot go down the same river twice, eternally moving towards a fixed point. We're in a room, a big room, a very big room, a roomy room, an enormous room, a room for all, without a view. There is no view. The room is the view, a panoramic interior.